Hey y'all, hey, it's Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. It is a late start day, almost 11 o'clock a.m. That's because I had all rights to roll around my bed and take my time before I got up and got into my morning workout routine. And that's exactly what I did. And I don't feel guilty about it, not one bit. But here I am. Happy Friday. Let me start y'all off with some positive vibes to remind you that it's going to be a good day.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun.
Hey.
Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, be real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up,
Today's gonna be a good day.
wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do.
Aftermath of preparation.
Hey,
Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it.
set a goal.
You control and the steps you take them.
I try to pick one,
Thought and some concentration.
and if I make a mistake, it's called.
Education.
I try to do this every day and call it.
replication.
Hey.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
What?
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. It's Friday, y'all.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Huh?
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Where y'all at?
Today's gonna be a good day.
What?
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Some life ain't easy, y'all. I think there's a reason.
Come on.
Ups and downs, just like every different season, y'all. Sometimes I'm high,
Other times I'm barely breathing, y'all.
you always gotta fight and hide from the demons, y'all.
Negative thoughts.
The poison mirror. Head full of
I had a video for y'all today.
Don't ever stop unless I can swallow
All the bad for the good in my head.
when I'm lost.
What?
Yeah.
So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you operate a cadence.
So flow, you grow, you show yourself the foundation.
Stay away from all the shit that causes.
Temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
I live my life in my head.
Like a narration.
Don't expect greatness to my best, man, I'll take it.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Hey!
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up,
Today's gonna be a good day.
wake up,
Today's gonna be a good day.
wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Hey! Normally, people are on by now, but before the song ends, what happened? They prefer early morning coffee with friends instead of almost 11 o'clock, and I'm still drinking coffee. This is my second cup of coffee because I worked out late this morning. And I try to hold off from drinking my coffee until after I work out because I don't know why. I like to relax and drink my coffee. I do. So I wait until after my whole workout routine is done, my bike, my yoga, whatever else I'm doing, and then I have my coffee. The first cup of coffee I had while I was on TikTok having peace, love, and blessings conversations with my TikTok followers. And then, I kind of chilled and straightened up a little bit, got myself together, and came in here to do coffee with friends. And it's almost 11 o'clock in the morning. Cheers, y'all. Happy Friday. Fridays come so fast and Mondays come even faster. And so I just hope that y'all got some decent plans this weekend and that y'all start enjoying yourselves. I know next week we're going to have, next week, they said one day it's going to be 80 degrees here. And then the next day it's going to be 50 degrees. And so I don't know what that's going to look like, but I'm going to enjoy that 80-degree weather. Believe that. So I'm looking forward to that next week. So as the weather gets nicer, find stuff to do. Get out there and do stuff. Next weekend, I'll be in Maryland for a hot, quick concert and then back again. Just find something. And I want to say this. I really do appreciate my friends, because if it wasn't for some of them, especially one of my friends, right? They put, oh, excuse me. They push me to go out and do things, because sometimes I'll be in my head depending on what I'm going through at the current time. And I just, I'm not into going out and doing different things. But this person will make a plan, ask me if I'm interested, and then plan it. And then it pushes me to go. And I appreciate that, because it gets me out of my head. It gets me out of my house, you know. And so I love my friends, right? They're very spontaneous and fun. And I like that. Good morning, Chicago. I didn't think anybody was going to come on because I'm on so late. I just got on, Mark. I literally just finished playing the wake up song. Literally, this is me getting on Coffee with Friends at this time of the morning. So you're not late. You're right on time. Good morning, Chicago. Chicago, did you swing by yet and pick up my girl, Stacy, and hang out, show her the ins and out of Houston? What's going on? Like, I be trying to connect y'all to go out and do things and bring us together as a people. And there's a bunch of y'all that live in Houston that never hang out together. Like, that is weird to me. What's going on? What's going on? All right. I'm doing my best from New Jersey to get y'all to love up on each other in Texas. Okay. I can't be there all the time to bring all this love and harmony in. Y'all got to do it when I'm not there. Oh, you've been working. Okay, well, I like that too. Oh, you was on my TikTok? What's your TikTok name? Remind me what your TikTok name is again. Did I say hi to you this morning? What was I doing? Was I riding my bike? Was I doing yoga? Was I singing? What was I doing? Chicago. And what is your name on TikTok? Because I don't remember. Is Stacy on? She's permanently off. Chicago, Stacy is retired. She does not work. Okay? She does not work. What do you mean if she's off? She's off every damn day. I don't know if she's on here yet, but she'll probably be on in a few minutes. Definitely get out and socialize. It's not just fun, it's therapeutic. 3T. Yes, this is what the 3T is about. Okay? Talk and fucking toast. Get out and do something. I mean, there's an event June 21st that Fancy is hosting for her 3T event. That's going to be a big one. That's going to allow people to meet, mingle, talk, whatever y'all want to do, exchange phone numbers, what the fuck ever. Get out and meet people, do things. Good morning, Stacy. Listen, you got on here just in time. Your ears are burning because Chicago, aka Mark Lugo, said, if you're off today, if Stacy is off today, tell her to hit me up. I'm like, sir, Stacy is permanently off. She don't work. She's retired. So Chicago, it should have been the other way around. When you're not working, hit Stacy up. Because you said you've been working. And I know your job when you're working. So I get it. Everybody in Houston is still working, except for Stacy. Everybody out there working 2 and 3 damn jobs. Talk, toast, and thrive. I always forget the last T. Talk, toast, and thrive. June 21st. Get with it. Chicago, did you get your ticket yet to Toast, Talk, and Thrive? Fancy has been promoting it. She has Monday mix-up conversations. She's been promoting her shit. And I know you Emma F's in Houston better buy a ticket. I don't give a damn if you want to talk, toast, or thrive. Buy a ticket anyway. This is how you support each other. What the fuck? I'm going to do my best to make that event. I am. I've already been looking up airline tickets. I'm already trying to make that event because don't fuck around. We got to support each other. You know, we talk about meeting the people. How are we going to meet the people? I mean, I'm not looking to meet nobody to date, but you can meet people for various reasons. It's not all about dating. You can meet people that are into the same business adventures you're into. You can meet people, you know, again, you don't want to be the smartest person in the room. So you can meet people that are smarter than you, that might be aligned with something on your vision board that you're trying to accomplish, right? Get it together. Buy a fucking ticket. Smokey, Chicago, Ghost. Everybody should be buying a goddamn ticket. I don't care what it is. Whether you show or you don't show. We prefer that you show up. But if you don't, send the money. Because this is what support looks like. The hell? Right, Fancy. The key word here is networking. Talk, toast, and thrive. This is networking. What you do with your networking contacts is your business. Okay? Socializing. There go another good word. Okay? Socializing. I love it. You know, we always ask the question, and I saw the question floating around about a week ago on social media. I want to meet someone. How do I go about meeting someone? And people started commenting in church, at work, at the grocery store, at a hotel bar, at this, at that, at this and that. But Talk, Toast, and Thrive is a nice way of meeting people because a lot of people are not comfortable meeting people at bars. A lot of people are not used to going out by themselves, sitting at a bar. I know I'm not one to just go sit at a bar, right? And so when you have these social events where there's games and there's conversations, you know, it's different because you don't feel the pressure of just going out to specifically meet someone. You're at a social event where people are there for various interests, okay? And you never know what you might stumble upon. I love this 3T shit. I do. Because people always ask, how the fuck do I meet people? This is how. This is how. Okay? So, repeat. Chicago, Stacy is permanently retired. So, she's off today. So, drive over there to Montrose and go to fucking hang out. It's Friday. And you're off today, Chicago. So when I call later on, as a matter of fact, call me when y'all together so that I know. See, I got to do this because, you know, y'all motherfuckers don't hang out when I'm not there. Stacy said, I did it yesterday and I felt like I was at a hold down local bar. Well, it was a local bar. And based on what you described, it was a hold down. So you're probably 1000% correct. So you went out to a bar and you described it as a whole bunch of white people hold downing. You know what? I might like that. You know, hurry up and get it in now because when they put the segregation signs up, we're not going to be able to hold down with the white folk. But you know what's so crazy? This segregation shit has me cracking up on the inside. I know some people are crying about it, but it be the white people that want to be with the black people. It do. They be the ones dancing, and you go on any vacation. Okay, I go to Jamaica all the time. Soon as reggae come on, soon as some hip hop come on, these white people be up there gyrating and doing all kind of things. They want to be a part of the black culture. So segregation ain't gonna hurt us because I don't see nobody rushing to go listen to them white bands in the black culture. Now, I'm not saying black people don't listen to rock and roll and stuff like that, but we don't be busting down the doors trying to get there. Not that I've seen. But they be busting down the doors trying to come to our barbecues, trying to come into our clubs, dancing to our music. Go ahead and put the segregation signs up there. Them poor white men that like the dark-skinned women with the short nappy hair. Beautiful women. I love it. You know, I'm into the natural shit. But it be the white people that pick them. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna eat at two separate restaurants? This shit gonna be funny. I'm waiting for the first fucking company or federal agency to put up segregation signs. I am waiting. Because the way this new generation is, they got it fucked up. They think these are the same people they brought over here. No, it's not. People gonna be partying in the black only section and eating our seasoned food. Okay? Wow. And I'm separating the hillbillies. The hillbillies are allowed to hang with the black folks. I know that y'all might get arrested trying to do so. But I love hillbillies because they don't give a damn. They just like people, right? If they don't like you, it's because you just fucked up. This is crazy. You don't see that happening, Stacy? Oh, it's going to storm today. Exactly. No pressure type fun. Calm, cool vibes. And I love shit like that. You know I do. I love shit like that. I really, really do. So today is Friday, y'all. Anybody got anything interesting happening this weekend? I know Houston is about the storm. Our sun is shining bright. I don't have any immediate plans. Today, I'm thinking about going to get me some seafood because I've been craving seafood for weeks now, and I've been wanting crabs, and so I want to go get a seafood boil. I do. I want to crack on some crabs. I want some lobster meat. I deserve it. Okay, I deserve all of that, and so that's what I'm thinking about getting today for my dinner. Tomorrow I'm on babysitting duties. I have my youngest grandchild tomorrow because my son changed jobs and he works on Saturdays now, and so does his girlfriend. And so everybody's trying to pitch in to help watch the little one. But I'm like, don't put me on no schedule. This is my third grandchild, y'all. I've been grandmama since for 23 years. I'm tired. I'm outside now. So my weekends get booked really quick and I'm very spontaneous. So when I might not have any plans on Saturday when you ask me on Tuesday, but by Thursday, I might have plans on Saturday. Like, I don't want to lock down my weekends. I love my grandkids. I do. But I'm a little bit outside now. I'm trying to live my life. I have lived long enough for everybody else. I'm trying to live my life now. Okay. But she will be with me tomorrow. She will be with me tomorrow. And I love her. She is really no problem. She wants to help you do everything. And baby, when she get here tomorrow, she going to help me do some stuff. Okay? She going to help me do some stuff. And so I'm kind of looking forward to that. The only part I'm not looking forward to is having to drive and go get her because I'm a lazy ass driver. I am. Chicago, you were supposed to tell me what your TikTok name is so that I know when you're looking at me on TikTok, because you said you was on my TikTok this morning. Dee was also on my TikTok this morning. She was jamming with me to Luther Vandross. I just love y'all. I do. No exciting plans this weekend? Stacey, I know you are amping up to go to Austin. That's the thing. I'm kind of envious. I'm being real and true of the retired lifestyle, right? Because I want to be able to just pick up and go to Austin. Shit. Right, Fancy? Live your life. It's so crazy because yesterday, one of my coworkers, he follows me on social media and he pinged me on at work on our Teams chat. And he said, "Hey, Robin, I see you out there living your life." And I said, I understand what my age is. And I said that on TikTok this morning. I know what I'm working with. Like Shirley always says, we got more years behind us than in front of us. And I'm trying to do it in the most healthy way because I'm still outside. So I need my limbs to be in order. I need my stamina to be there. I need my flexibility to be there because I'm still outside and I want to be outside without hurting. And so this is why I stick to my workout routine. I'm not trying to lose no weight, because I wouldn't know whether I lost weight right away or not because I don't step on scales, right? But I maintain my body. That's what I say. I'm maintaining my body. If I lose a couple of inches or a couple of pounds, kudos to me, but I would never know. And so the important thing for me is to make sure that I have movement, right? Because as we get older, we start to hurt. My back was out in November and it took months to get together. My knee went out last week and it is getting itself together. But even through the pain and the discomfort, I still try to get in something, right? Because some people will say, "Oh, my back hurt or my knee hurts or this and that, and I'm not going to do nothing." That don't mean you can't do yoga. You can still stretch. Okay? You can still stretch. So for me, I don't promote weight loss. That's your personal journey. I promote good health, good body movement, mental health, physical health. However you want to take that down to the lower tiers is on you. Lose weight, build some muscles, whatever it is. But just move, y'all. Just move. You started a list of things you want to do. I love that. If I were to stay at home at my main job, I would have 7 years left to retire. How many years y'all have? Retirement age. What am I, 58? So retirement age, 62, 65. That's how long I got. Okay? I got about 7 more years, 5 to 7 more years before I can retire and collect my money. Okay? And I don't know if I'm going to make it, because the way corporate America is, every June, they laying people off or whatever the case may be. So I don't know if I'm going to make it. I pray I make it. But I'll be real about my situation with corporate America, because you never know who's going to be on that chopping list. And at 58, I ask myself, if I got laid off at this point, what the fuck would I do? Right? Like, I think what I would do is I would take a contracting position for another year or two. And then I would completely just stop working at 59 and a half, 60. I would, because I'm not going to listen, I understand why they don't want to hire people my age, because I'm not going to, at this point in my life, I really don't know if I could go into the office 5 days a week and be working long hours. I don't know if I could do that at this point in my life. And so I'm just being real with it. And sometimes it concerns me, because, especially when you're in a relationship and they know what kind of job you got, and you might not have a job in the summer, depending on how corporate America feels. Okay. That's a lot of responsibility for your partner, especially when you hear your partner say, the other person like me say, I don't know if I'm gonna go back to work. My partner probably thinking, this is crazy, because if they don't go back to work, I got to take care of them, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, I want to keep my job, but I'm just saying, would you really send me out to work at 59 years old? Really? Man, y'all better put as much you can afford into your retirement fund. Yeah, well, they getting as much as I can. They get the max. Okay? And we don't have no pension, so all I got is my retirement fund. That's true. All you have is today, but nothing saved, and you're still alive. Sad situation. I was just talking to AG about that yesterday, because I was saying, I've had conversations with people where they have retired and they died that same year, or they died the year after, and they didn't get to enjoy their retirement money. They didn't get to enjoy their Social Security. But what if you that person that was spending all your money and doing all kind of crazy stuff, and you did live past retirement and you ain't got no money? It is scary, because, baby, Social Security can't pay my rent. It cannot. I'm probably going to be one of them 60-something-year-old ladies working in Walmart or some shit like that at the cashier. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you this. And if I was to live in Houston, I work at Buc-ee's. Listen, I don't have anything to prove, and I wouldn't be ashamed to be anything at Buc-ee's. And if somebody said to me, oh, that grown-ass woman work at Buc-ee's, yes, the fuck I do. Yes, the fuck I do. I worked many years in corporate America. I don't have nothing to prove at this point. The fuck? With my little Buc-ee's vest on. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Money is money. I just need enough to survive. And Buc-ee's got some good salaries. I'm just saying. All right, so today is March 28th, and we are in the month of awareness, but we are shortly out of March. Can you guys believe we are already at the end of March? Can you believe that part? Child. Time is flying, y'all. Time is flying. I didn't do shit with none of the trips this year with Coffee with Friends, because I've been trying to get my own stuff together My legal case is ramping back up. Okay, because my lawyer reached out to me, and once that starts happening, I get so freaking stressed. Like, people be like, "Don't let it stress you out." It's so easy to say, "Don't let it stress you out," but every time my lawyer reaches out to me, my anxieties go off because I'm always worried about having to go to trial and having to recant my story all over again, right? And I don't want to. Like, so I just been in my own head. Hey, Aquanda, I've been in my own head. Hey, Shirley. And I just can't concentrate on a lot of things at the same time right now. So I'm trying to maintain coffee with friends. I'm trying to stay out of my head with this lawsuit and shit like that. And then I have a trip coming up in a couple of weeks where I'll be heading out to Grenada, and I'm excited about that. So this particular weekend, I got to unpack all the stuff that I packed and organized that's on my bed. Well, it's not in my suitcase. It's just on my bed organized. And it's really too much stuff, right? And so I got to go through the stuff and take stuff out that I don't need to take to Grenada, because this trip right that I'm taking to Grenada is really going to be a fucking laid back trip. It is, like, laid back, but it's different because part of the trip I'm going to be in the country in a house, right? And the other part of the trip I'll be at a resort. And so if I'm in the country at a house, I can walk around in anything. And so I looked at my clothes and I was like, why I got all these clothes? I ain't going to be wearing half this stuff and all that heat in the house or on the porch or walking around the country. And so I'm going to go through my shit and pack it reasonably and act like the fuck I'm going to the country to relax. Okay? Hey, hillbilly. Nobody is late. You right on time. And so today is March 28th, and we're going to get into the positive read. And baby, when I read the first two sentences that opened this read up, I was like, ooh, this is a message for your ass. Yes, Aquanda, congratulations. Can you put Andy out now? Because that's what I'm going to ask. Like, do you still need Andy living in the house with you? You got a new job. You making way more money. Do you still need Andy in the house with you? Because we got to do better. We got to get out of this these mental abusive relationships. We got to do better. We got to love ourselves a lot more. I'm just giving you that with peace and love. Okay. So congratulations, Aquanda. I am like ecstatic for you. Now I need you to address the other part, right? Because you need some peace in your life. You do. And this message is going to be for your ass, Aquanda. I know it was for me and anybody else on here who might need this, but because you said you got a new job and you're making way more money and you happy, listen to the message that we're reading today. March 28th, Iyanla Vanzant, until today, okay? I open my heart and mind to be aware. I must believe that whatever it is, I can handle it. Let me read that again. I open my heart and mind to be aware. I must believe that whatever it is, I can handle. Okay? You have earned the right to be exactly where you are. You see that, Aquanda? You have deserved the right to be exactly where you are. New job, more money. Whatever the situation, circumstances, predicament, or challenges that face you at this very moment, you have earned the divine right to be where you are. You have earned the right to go through what you are going through based on the way you got through, got over, went around, or handled a similar situation. You learned something then that you can surely use now. Think about it. You have already demonstrated your ability to get up. You have clearly exhibited your desire to get over. You have made it perfectly clear that you can handle the rough times and hard stuff as you navigated through the tight places. Now you have the opportunity to demonstrate how your skills have improved. With all of that you have been through, have you been have been challenged by, have confronted, and have overcome. You have earned the right to live with this, make it through this, overcome this, and benefit from the divine opportunity that now stands before you. Baby, are you getting this message? Think about it. You have always been there for you. You have always demonstrated you have what it takes. You know how to make it through the ups and downs, the ins and outs, the good times and the hard times. You have done it before. You will do it again. Why you? Because you are a good student. Baby, this message is for me too. You are a good student. That's why I always say my trials and tribulations are a lesson and a blessing. You are a good student. Why now? Because you have earned the right to do what it takes. Now get to it. Until today, you may not have realized just how good you are. Just for today, see everything that lies before you as a divine opportunity to remember. Today, I am devoted to reminding myself of the good I have done and the goodness that I am. Baby, I need that message because, baby, life be taking its punches on me. And I still navigate through that bitch with a smile on my face. I don't care. Because it's a lesson and a blessing. And everything that I go through, I take a lesson from it. And if I repeat it, that's on me. That's me being a bad student. But being a good student is going through your shit, learning from it, and doing better, getting over it, getting through it. You deserve exactly everything that you have right now. Life is challenging is how you go through the challenge. Yes, Shirley, baby. And this is what I tell people, and some of my friends and some family members that I do interact with. Sometimes I'm always the cup half full, never the cup half empty, right? And sometimes it irritates some of my family members or my friends because they'll be in this negative space and it's so fucking draining. I'd be like, oh my God, every time you open your mouth, it's a complaint. It's a hum and it's a ha. It's a, oh my God. It's always living in the space of the glass half empty. And I hate it. I'd be like, oh my God, can you talk about something else? And this is exactly what Shirley is talking about. Life is challenging, but it's how you go through the challenge. Some people just live in this dreaded state. Aquanda said, I've also been talking to a special friend. He asked me for my number on my live. We've been talking ever since. He's 42, very intelligent and mature. I'm taking it slow. But you didn't answer the question about Andy. I noticed that. You typed the whole paragraph and you didn't answer the question about Andy. See, I'm one of those friends that, if you my friend and you sleeping around, I'ma still be your friend. But I'ma tell you, get out of the relationship that you in right now. I don't promote that. Get out of the relationship you are in now before you start dipping and diving in other relationships. Like I'm not for I know it takes time to move out of relationships, but make a plan. Act like you're doing something to get out of that relationship before you take on another relationship. Because what that tells me is you're not giving yourself any space to heal, to breathe, to, go over all the things that happened in your last relationship or current relationship that you don't want to happen in your last relationship. Working on yourself so that when you get into a new relationship that you've worked on all that baggage from the old relationship, right? But when you're in these old raggedy relationships and y'all are living in a house together and and then you got partners on the outside, I know I'm not judging. I'm just giving advice. Okay. And advice is like an asshole. Everybody got one. I just feel like you need to give yourself some breathing space. I don't know. That's how I feel. Right now, if you and your partner that's living in the house have an agreement, right? and y'all are open and they know that you're out dating other people, then I mind my business. But if you're sneaking, you might want to deal with your situation a little differently. Hillbilly said, you are change itself. Nobody is the same as they were. In fact, every 10 years, you are a different entity. And baby, you know what? I know I'm a different entity. I know I am. I know I am. And I can argue that on many levels of reality. Hillbilly, I'm with you on that. Life changes us. It does. Our experiences changes us. Stacy said, and guess what? Life is going to happen. How you view it is how it will affect you. I've learned despite whatever, it will pass. Can't recall my problems yet last year at this time. I know that's right. I know that's right. Aquanda said, I haven't had sex in almost 2 years. My friend lives in another state. We're just friends. Sex isn't a thought. That still didn't answer my question, though. You see, people think relationships are solely based on sex. That's not true, right? Relationships are also based on an emotional connection, right? And so, example, if my man was talking emotionally with another woman, I'm going to cuss him out. I'm going to poke him, okay? And then I might quit him. Because that's still, you're sharing emotions with somebody else. Now, if your current partner in your house is aware that that's what you're doing and y'all have some special agreement, that's it. That's what transparency is for. I am big on transparency. Be fucking transparent. Right? Cheryl Lee said, yes, as Stacy, it is going to come and it is going to pass. It's up to you how you accept it. Aquanda said, Andy and I aren't a couple anymore. I want to move maybe a year times, but there is a change coming. Okay, so y'all are not a couple anymore officially. Y'all are just roommates. Okay, well then I'm a mom business. I just listen. I cannot promote stuff that's messy, right? I'm still be your friend and I'm still rock out with you, but I just got to be honest. I wouldn't be right if I wasn't honest, okay? And I'm like this. This is why, again, I fucks with the friends that I have, because the type of friends I have, when they do some trash shit, they could tell you. I'll be like, I'm here for the shits. I'm gonna rock out with you, but I'm gonna let you know that I don't agree with the shit, but I'm your friend. But I'm still gonna let them know how I feel about a certain situation. With love. Hillbilly said, every 10 years, every cell in your body is replaced. Even small differences occur that change us. Same time period changes our taste buds, the way we think, our pain tolerance. Yeah, because I'm starting to see the thing on my neck. So I'm changing, like my whole face. When I look at my pictures from 10 years ago, I'm like, oh my God. I'm trying to do I need to do neck exercises. Tighten this shit up. Yes, Aquanda, you know anything I say is with love, child. It is. It might come out a little raggedy and direct, but it be with love. It do. So we're talking about love and we're talking about respect. So I have a video that I want to play for y'all. I reshared it on IG. Let me see. And if the video come up foggy, I don't know what's happening. I think they want me to upgrade to HD quality. They being real. Everybody is greedy for money. My share screen was working before. All of a sudden, it's acting stupid. So let me see if I could get the share screen to act right. Oh, it still came out that weird color. I don't know what the deal is with this. Ciao. This is ghetto. Oh, well, but y'all will be able to hear it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play it. So just listen to the video. Oh, wait.
Really, man, when you find your person, it really, it makes you want to be the best version of yourself. It makes you want to be better. And that's how you know when you found your person. If you're with somebody that doesn't make you want to be better, doesn't champion you, doesn't really want to push you, then that's a bit of a flag, And relationships are all work, but you need to have somebody that makes you want to be better and gets you excited. I tell you, man, when you find your person, it really it makes you want to be the best version of yourself. It makes you want to be better, and that's how you know when you found your person. If you're with somebody that doesn't make you want to be better, doesn't champion you, doesn't really want to push you, then that's a bit of a flag, And relationships are all work, but you need to have somebody that makes you want to be better and gets you excited. I tell you, man, when you.
So, what are your thoughts on that video? Okay, when you find your person, they should make you want to be better. So when you look at the relationships that you're in today, are you with the person that makes you want to be better? Do you have a person that's in your life that pushes you to be better? That's the best thing. This is how, see, when I was looking for partners early on in my life, I didn't look for them with this in mind, right? A partner that pushes you, that wants to make you be better. This is probably why my relationships were not successful, because I found that, that wasn't what was happening. A lot of times in my relationships, when I would want to do things, or I come up with ideas, or I try to navigate through things that I want to do, I would get criticized by it, right? And no support from my significant other. And I used to always wonder, well, damn, they don't ever want to support me, or whatever the case may be. That person, I feel like, didn't want to see me be better, right? They wasn't here for me to grow. They just needed me to be what they needed me to be for them. But see, finding a person that makes you want to do better, that pushes you. See, some people would get irritated with a partner that constantly pushes them, right? But why would you want anything else? So when you look at the people that you are aligned with, or if you're out there and you're dating, this is what you should be dating with this in mind. If you are with somebody that doesn't make you want to do better or be better, then you are not with your person. Okay? You are not with your person. Aquanda made the list with her new job. I know that's right. Coffee with Friends, Be Better, Do Better is entering its 3rd month. I love it. I love it. All relationships are a two-way street. This should definitely go both ways. This should definitely go both ways. When you think about this scenario, what does this look like for you in your relationship? A question you should ask yourself, right? Do I have a supportive partner? Does my partner want me to be better, do better? And if you sitting there puzzled and you come up with an answer of no, then you might need to reevaluate the relationship that you're in. I'm just saying. Don't force yourself to be in places where you're not growing and thriving, okay? That's it. That's it. And that's how I'm moving right now. Like, I I like relationships that are a little bit challenging, but not that challenging, because I know. I don't want to be struggling in a relationship, like trying to figure shit out. But I do like a relationship that's a bit challenging, someone that has expectations, and someone that makes me think, someone that makes me want to thrive and, take care of myself, continue to grow, flow. And for them not to put me in a box and restrict me because they like my growth. They like seeing it. They support that. That's how I'm moving now. Okay. Stacy said, as I have gotten older, I realize if we are not both on the same time, then it's a no for me. What does that mean, Stacy, when you say if y'all are not on the same time? What do you mean by that? Oh, let me keep that up there. What do you mean by that? If y'all are not on the same time, what does that mean? Good morning, Johnny. Good morning. How are you, Johnny Leon Hill? We are talking about when you find your person, they should make you want to be better. What does that look like for you? What does this mean to you? If we are not there for each other, looking in similar directions, okay. That's a good one. Not doing one-sided anything. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? What does this statement mean for you? I love that, Stacey. Not doing one-sided anything. And see, that's the key. That one-sided shit in relationships, oh, baby, it make my ass clench. It do. I know, Johnny, I know, because being on stage is hard. And you in the color purple too? Damn it. Can I ask, what part are you playing again in the color purple? Because, oh my God, I love that play. I'm so sorry I'm going to miss it. But Cheryl Lee, I think, is going to represent for us. I think Johnny has made the list twice for Be Better, Do Better. I'm telling you. I know all that rehearsing. Johnny, how was your son's orientation at the university? And were you able to sync up with Sam Archer? I know we were talking about the university and connecting you with Sam. Did you get a chance to talk to Sam? Do you have everything that you need? This is why I love Coffee with Friends, because, this is networking. And, Sam works at a university and he does music, and he has people that he knows in the music department. And so if somebody on here has a child that's going to the university that Sam is at, maybe he can recommend you, maybe he can introduce you to people. This is what networking is about. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Nobody else, when you find your person, they should make you want to be better. In your current relationships, how did your significant other make you better? How'd they make you better? I think in my current relationship, the one thing that I could point out is patience. I am better in the patient category, right? And when I say that, things happen in relationships, and I am one person that will flip off, right? If I see something I don't like, or I smell something I don't like, or whatever, I'll flip the fuck off. And I've learned to pick my battles. I have learned to pick my battles, because I don't have the energy anymore to be fighting over little stuff, right? I feel like certain things should be natural in relationships, right? And if they don't align with what I foresee, then I'll just leave. But I learn to pick my battles and I decide what's important enough to discuss and resolve. And the rest of the shit I throw out, right? Because, you know, I'm trying to be better and do better, right? We are grown folks. We're in our 50s. Well, whoever I'm dating is in their 50s. And, you know, I'm learning. Stacy said, people always want your best, but few are able to reciprocate. Like, I am not difficult and not interested in Build-A-Bear. Oh! I know that's right, because I don't want no fucking Build-A-Bear either. No. Come built, bitch. I'm not doing no Build-A-Bear shit either. So, come built, bitch. When they say they love you, but their actions say otherwise, woo, wee. And see, that's the other thing that I've learned, right? I am such a wordsmith person. Like, I need you to be, I am a mushy partner. Like, if you're not mushy, I'm probably going to irritate you because I'm very mushy. I am. I love, and I'm very mushy, and I'm just, to my friends, to my significant other, I'm just mushy, right? I am. And so I had to learn that everyone is not as mushy as me. And I move with words. Like, I want to know, I want to hear you say, babe, you look pretty today. You smell good. I love that shit. Or I love you. I'm happy to see you today. I like verbal shit, right? But I also had to learn that everybody navigates differently. And Aquanda, you hit it on the head. People can say they love you. They can say a lot of words out their fucking mouth. Good morning, Debbie. And their actions would show something different. So another thing that I have learned in my current relationship is, along with the words, pay attention to the actions, because I have my significant other is a person with very few words. And I had to learn that's not a bad thing, right? And I couldn't push the narrative of who I am on that other person. And so we come to a middle ground. Okay, I get a little mushy from him sometime, and then other times I just gotta go with the action. Action is more important anyway, but I like a good word. I did. She does. We keep each other in check. She knows I get hangry. We solve each other's stress when we can. I love that, Hillbilly. I love you and your wife's relationship just based on how you describe it on this show on an ongoing basis. I love that. I think you got exactly the partner for you. Okay. Stacy said, I am grown and am only interested in other adults at this stage. Adults. Well, I get it. Mature adults. Someone that, you know, is along the same wavelength as you. You know, I get it. And a good relationship is mutual, not giving a fuck. Mutually not giving a fuck. I like that. Shirley said, can't speak on a significant other at this point in my life, but my children and grands are who make me want to be and do better. Whatever. That works too. That works too. But Shirley, even though you can't speak on a significant other right now, you can speak on the fact that in the future, whichever significant other you choose to have in the future, if you choose to have one, this is what you want to go for. Right? You want to go for someone that makes you want to be better. I love that. It does count, Hillbilly. Stacy says, screw words, watching how you move. I hear you, but no follow-up. That's what I had to learn, Stacy. That's what I had to learn. I had to learn not to, because motherfuckers been lying to me for years, right? Motherfuckers have said they love me and then they fuck somebody in the circle. That's not love. You don't tell me you love me, right? And then you go fuck somebody in the circle. You don't do that. You don't tell me you love me and try to sabotage my business. You don't do that. You don't tell me you love me, and in an argument, you use my pain and my trauma against me as a weapon. That's not love. And these motherfuckers told me they love me. And I was like, And so I had to learn to remove myself from needing the words, because the words ain't meant shit. The action needs to follow. Debbie said, Miss Cheryl, Mr. Blackshire still be coming down my street. Debbie, you didn't follow the instructions. What were you supposed to do when you saw Mr. Blackshire, Debbie? What were you supposed to do? What did Cheryl Lee ask us to do when we saw Mr. Blackshire the next time? Yes, Johnny, congratulations. I'm so glad you connected with Sam. I'm so glad your son got accepted to the school. You are well on your way. He is well on his way. Okay? Debbie, where you at, Debbie? Because you didn't follow instructions. Cheryl Lee, what did you tell us to do when we saw Mr. Blackshire? I know we on live, but I'm just saying, Debbie, you messed up. Wait, tell me again. My bad, Roy. I be speaking. He asked about y'all before. My bad. Tell me specifically what to do again. Oh my God. Thank you, Cheryl Lee. I remembered. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I remembered. Listen, we're supposed to be helping each other out, Debbie. You messing up. Okay? So, Debbie, do it Debbie got the instructions. She has been reminded. And so, let's see if we can get it right this time. The fuck? I remembered, Cheryl. If I was in Houston and Mr. Blackshire came down the street, I would remember what I'm supposed to do. I would. I got you, girl. I got all of us on here. Okay? Johnny said, I don't depend on my spouse to make me better. I do my best to be a good person. I will lean on her when I'm weak, but I do my best to control being my better self. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Debbie. I have full confidence in you. I have full confidence in you. I do. So, Debbie, how is Taco Tierra? Belle, how are our dog babies? Are they still there in Houston? We got dog babies in Houston that, when I was there, I did a video and I posted the video on TikTok of the two dogs having sex. And then voila, months later, Debbie sends me a video of the babies they had. And they're living on her property. They are so cute. But the Taco Tierra dog, he didn't have any babies. He was living there already. Okay, under her sister's car. But the other two dogs was having sex in front of her property. And then I guess when they dropped their babies, they brought the babies on her property. Oh my God. They are so damn cute. Oh, I love that. Debbie, the dog babies are gone. They have found a great home. How did that happen? Somebody came by and got them. I need the story. I need the story. Somebody came and got them. I'm going to tell AG his puppy is gone. My son is receiving his high school diploma in May. He didn't give up and currently looking to get his associate in the fall, subject to be determined. Congratulations, Aquanda. I talk to people all the time about the struggles we go through with our children. Baby, I understand it. And so when you tell me that he did not give up on getting his high school diploma, and when you tell me that he is aiming to go for his associate degree, baby, I'm giving all the snaps and all the claps to that, because it is hard raising children. And the parents take such a beating when their kids come out raggedy as fuck. Everybody want to blame the parents, but you know, the parents are one thing, but street life has an influence over your children as well. All right, it's not just the parents. You can have the best parents in the world and be raggedy, the fuck, and you can have the worst parents in the world and come out the best. And so I pray for those that have children that is dragging them through the mud. And I pray that things turn around for them. And I will never be the person to tell someone to give up on their child. I won't do that. So that's amazing information. It is. Johnny, I know the struggle is real. The neighbor got them and took them to a home with kids. Oh, Debbie, that is so nice. But what about Taco Tierra Bell? Is Taco Tierra Bell still there? Yes, Hillbilly. You are so right. We love them when they prosper. We feel joy. Yes. Listen, y'all don't know. My son being 42, it was like I had a wave of joy and emotion come over me on his birthday, because the way he was living his life from the age of 15 and on, until from 15 to about 21, it was rough. It was rough. And I didn't have a lot of people in my life that was confident about his turnaround, his change. They just wanted me to throw my kid away to the side. And I was like, fuck you and fuck that. Because that's my only kid. And and I'm a strong woman, and I raised that little motherfucker by myself, and he gonna do right. I'm gonna stand here until it happens. And I did. And so seeing him turn 42, seeing him navigating through adult life, having his own place, paying his own bills, having his own job, and giving me peace, I would never be the one to tell you to give up on your child. But I will be the one to say, stop coddling them. And I'm saying that with love, because I did it to my son for a really long time, and it hurt him. Right? Because when it was time for him to step into adult shoes after doing 2 jail bids, it was a struggle. Because mommy was always the care bear. I had to stop being the complete care bear and let him pick up some care bear responsibilities. And it was hard. But coddling our kids, protecting them from hitting that concrete, getting a couple of scuffs and bruises, we can't do that. We got to let them fall. We got to let them get them scuffs and them bruises. Let them put that fucking alcohol and the bandages on their ass. Let them learn life. Let them learn life. Because if we're always protecting them, always saving them, they're always going to look for that. Okay? And see, my thing is, I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. The one thing I don't want to be rolling around in my grave wood, or my dust on somebody, my urn sitting on the fireplace and my dust be unsettled, because my spirit is not settled, because my son is out here not knowing how to take care of himself. Okay? So, congratulations, Aquan. That is beautiful news. Hillbilly said, baby girl informed us she isn't coming home after college. I know that hurt, Hillbilly, because I know. Are you about to pack up your shit and move? Because I know how you are, Hillbilly, about your baby girl. Despite his shortcomings, I will always root for and be there for my son. As you should. As you should. I know, Stacy, that's right, because I be praising my son. Listen. You know how when your children are toddlers or whatever, or when they first learn how to walk and they take their 2 steps, y'all be like this, yay, yay. Or when you feed a child that's difficult to feed and they take a spoon of their food and you be like, yes. I do that to my grown ass son. Every time he has an accomplishment, when he got laid off from his job and he got this new job, right? I was like, yes, yes. I'm a holler every time. I'm going to celebrate every time. Okay? Because that's joy for me and him. So I'm just saying. Okay? So with that, y'all, anybody else got anything they want to share, anything that they want to announce, anything that they want anybody on the show to know? I know, Hillbilly, I don't know what you're going to do. Where will she be moving to, Hillbilly? Is it far from West Virginia? Will you be able to drive and see her? I know the other day you said y'all took a drive to Michigan. Is she planning on moving to Michigan? Where is she planning on going after college? Cheryl Lee, say that shit. I read the first sentence. Say that shit. We don't actually get to design our children like something. We beat ourselves up sometimes when it's a combination of genetics and parenting. That little motherfucker had me on Zoloft. I was depressed because the first thing people say is, who the fuck is his mother? And I was like, me? But why the fuck you saying who the fuck is his mother? Or if he get into an argument with one of his baby mamas, the first thing they do is, oh, because your mama didn't raise you right. And I be like, why y'all attacking me? You chose to fuck him. You chose to have a kid by him. And then as soon as he piss you off, you want to say, because his mama didn't raise him right. Fuck you. Believe me, it has happened. And I be looking sideways at them like, why are you attacking me? I didn't lay down with you. I didn't have no baby with you. You made that decision. And every woman that came into my son's life, I was always transparent with them. Like, listen, I know what he was a mess. But he got himself together, right? And I'm thankful for that. But the first thing they would say is, who the fuck is his mother? Why not who the fuck is his father? Oh, Indianapolis. Her happiness trumps me in reality. I know that shit is right. Indianapolis. Okay, Hillbilly. I love it. Johnny said, my daughter is thinking if she's going to stay in the state where she's in college. We will find out in a year. What state is she in, Johnny? Okay, Aquanda. So that's 3 hours from where you are. And your mama is moving. Wow. Okay. People raise their children and the children make decisions we have no choice in. Thank you, Stacy. But people that be having these good ass kids, they look at people like us who our kids do some raggedy shit and they be like, what the fuck is wrong with your parenting skills? What are you talking about? My kid just got a little bit extra flavor sprinkled on him than yours, and it's a little hot and spicy. The fuck? I used to let shit get to me, but I let life unfold itself, right? And everyone who doubted my fight and everyone who doubted my son's growth, I don't need to say a word because we're living that life and they can see it. Don't ever give up on your kids. Georgia. Okay. Where my brother live. He live over there in Georgia. Not Atlanta, but he live in Georgia. You know? Hot and spicy. Yup. That was my son. He was hot and spicy. Okay? The kind of spice, you know, when you eat hot and spicy food and you go to make booms and your whole ass hurt. Yeah, that's how much spice he had. But it's okay. I like spicy shit. So I was rocking with it, and I stood there steadfast to make sure he unspiced his ass. The fuck? Hot and spicy. But with that, y'all, it is Friday, and right, you who raised them? That Cheryl. I'll be like, I did. What? I did. But you know, when people try to come for me, I be like, no, my grandmother, my mama, nobody raised my son. I raised him from 16 years old. So if you come for me, make sure you ain't the one who mama or grandmother raised your fucking kids. Don't come after me, because my kid was with me all the time. He did not live separate from me at no time, even when I was almost homeless. He did not live separate from me at any point in my life. So when people say who raised him, I'm proud to say I am. Because a lot of motherfuckers wouldn't have been able to do what I did. And would not have been able to survive what I survived. I'm not saying nobody would. I said some motherfuckers wouldn't. They would have gave up their kid when I was going into the military and I was signing all my papers and lined up to take the test. And they told me that my child had to be handed over for guardianship to another adult while I go through boot camp and all this other stuff. I was like, hold up. My kid can't be with me. They were like, no. I said, oh, unsign these papers. I can't do it. Now, I was young. So somebody might say, what the fuck were you thinking? You thought you could take your kid with you? But at 18, I don't fucking know. I'm just looking for a way to get a college education, to make some money, and have a fucking place to live for me and my son. That's all I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking about boot camp, possibility of war, or none of that. I was just looking for a way out of the living with the dead in the crack era in the 1980s. Okay? Hillbilly said baby girl has legally housed all the stray cats on campus for a year plus without getting caught. Wait a minute. She's a cat lady? Hillbilly. That's cute. She got all them cats and she must have a room by herself. She must have a room by herself. She also feeds the raccoon in a... See, that's because y'all live in the country and all that land. And y'all are outdoorsy people. So I could see her doing that. She taking her hillbilly skills. Well, I ain't mad at her. Y'all love to be outside. Nature is a beautiful thing. And so possums, they say, don't attack you, but them motherfuckers look mean as fuck. Raccoons will attack you, so I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with possums either. They walk by and they got the mouths that's long, and they open their mouth and be like, that's enough for me. Exactly, Johnny. Hillbilly Jr. Exactly. I love it. I ain't mad at her. How's she gonna do that in Indianapolis? She gonna miss being outdoors. I guess once she misses it, she'll come back home and visit. But guys, I got to go. It's 12 o'clock. Get the hell off my line. This is crazy. It is already noon. I got to go, y'all. I got to do my work. It is Friday and I got to do my work. But one more thing I want to mention before I go. So lately on the news, it's been playing out and my mouth has dropped because I feel like our First Amendment rights are being attacked, right? So I'm hearing this thing on the news and on social media, these ongoing talks about your phone traveling to other countries and coming through customs and immigration. TSA can take your phone and ask you to unlock your phone so that they can read what's in your phone. Supposedly, if you have anything in your phone that is, against the current president, okay, they will confiscate your phone or some shit. If you are a US citizen, you will be, you can deny them access to your phone, but they might take your phone. And if you are a US citizen, they'll let you leave, but they'll have your phone. Okay, if you are not a US citizen, they might not let you into the country until you unlock your phone. This is what I say. Turn facial recognition off when you're traveling. Okay, it's a pain in the ass because I just recently did it to test it out. And when I went to turn it back on, I had to reset it across my apps and I couldn't remember some of my passwords. But take facial recognition off. That would be my first recommendation, right? And if they take your phone and they ask you for your PIN, you don't have to give it. They need a search warrant to get your PIN information. Okay. And so, but what they can do is if you refuse to give them the PIN, okay, then they can keep your phone. So I said, okay. So people were like, travel with a dummy phone, travel with this, travel with that. I said, listen, I'm going to take facial recognition off my phone. And if they ask me for my PIN, I'm going to simply say, no, thank you. Okay. And if they say, well, we're going to keep your phone, I'm going to ask them to give me my case, my phone case that my phone was in, because that got my wallet, that got my personal information in it. And you can keep the phone. Okay. Then I'm going to immediately, when I get through customs and immigration, I'm going to call AT&T and say my phone is lost. Lost, / stolen. I have insurance on my phone. As far as I'm concerned, if you take my phone without permission, you stole it. And I will call AT&T and implement my insurance plan and be like, my phone was stolen or lost. Actually, I wouldn't say stolen because you got to file a police report, right? I would be like, my phone is lost. And immediately they will ship me out a new phone and turn that old fucking phone off, okay? And they will ship me a new phone. What the hell is going on? First Amendment rights. I have the right, freedom of speech. Like, you are literally going through my phone, and if I said, fuck him, you're going to take my phone and I'm going to get in trouble? Each day, our civil rights are being attacked. They are. They are being attacked. I've been saying this for 6+ months. This is third worldish behavior. It is. Debbie said, how is that possible? And he's making so many enemies in these other countries. So why would they buy into this foolishness? This must be exclusive for our soil. This is a United States thing. This is a United States thing. America feeds the world. 70% of nations cannot feed their population. Child. And then in Africa, the African president told the Chinese people to get out. I was like, oh shit, everybody fighting. They said get out because the Chinese people are trying to take over the fishing docks or something. And he said they got to get out of his continent and out of any of his countries. I was like, wow. Shirley, you got to think, listen, make sure y'all have insurance on your phones. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, I pay for insurance on my phone. Let somebody fucking take my phone. It's lost. As far as I'm concerned, it's lost. They will shut that shit down and it won't be functioning because that IO code will get switched to my new phone. And yes, you'll probably get a phone call from somebody, in a police enforcement to say your phone is not working or it's off and whatever. Well, you're violating my First Amendment rights. You took my phone. As far as I'm concerned, it's lost. Know your rights, know the law, because we are in times of bully. This is bully era. It is. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention because here I am in a couple of weeks, I'm getting ready to travel. And so I'm ramping up for what might happen when I come back over to this soil. And they said, no matter what your flight status is, like your travel status. You can have global entry, TSA, nothing. We're all going to be treated the same. I have global entry at this point, but mm-mm. Hillbilly said Africa is the biggest upcoming power. It will be consolidated tragically, but will only rise for it. I agree with you, Hillbilly. I agree. They are doing some big ass shits in Africa. They are. And them African politicians are not for the shits. They're not. Anyway, y'all, I need to move to closure because I don't know if you can hear my stomach growling, but it's growling really, really loud. I have a really bad way of eating. I don't eat breakfast really. And sometimes I don't eat my first meal until dinner. But my stomach is growling right now. So I got to go find something small to put in my mouth to calm this growling sensation down in my stomach. I need to do better with my eating habits because then at 10 o'clock at night, I'm in the bed with a bowl of chips. I'm guilty. That's why I say I'm not one, don't come to me for no diet suggestions because I don't know how to diet. I eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it and I snack late at night. I just do that. Okay? I can't help a sister with a diet or a brother. I just can't. But with that, y'all, I'm going to move to closure. But you know what I say, always move with peace and love, okay? We are going into the weekend, so stay safe. Hopefully, Stacy, Chicago will swing by today, or maybe not because y'all got some big rains coming or whatever is going on in Houston. But listen, I can't emphasize it enough. If people live sharing in the same city, get together, spend a little time together, socialize, network, do the shit, okay? And with that, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and play, the inspiration because even when you feel low, you can what?
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
And you can.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Huh?
Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Go. This is Coffee with Friends, and I am Roar to D-Bone. Come back on Monday, y'all. Be safe over the weekend. And remember to move with peace and love. Get this message. Hustle hard.
I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave.
I've been doing shit my way or the highway.
And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I gotta do the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain.
Hey, anything you want, anything you need.
Your mind's got the key ingredients.
Come on.
Better see with the negativity.
Y'all get the whole song today.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Hey!
Go, 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 go,
You got a mind, but even that can change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter. Hey! April 5th is a March. I'll be in Maryland, Cheryl. Oh, I'll be in Maryland on the 6th. And as far as marching, I'm minding my black ass business. Black people been marching and protesting. I'm tired of hearing us fight. This is somebody else's fight. I'm minding my black ass business. Hey! And you can. That's right. I never answer. And I don't. I'm hard-headed as fuck. Peace, y'all. Come back Monday.